Look at your bank balance right now. That number feels real, right? But what if I told you most of that money doesn't actually exist? Not printed, not stored, and backed by cash. Yet it controls your life. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is how the modern banking system actually works. And once you understand this, you'll never look at money the same way again. We're taught one simple idea growing up. You deposit money in a bank. The bank keeps it safe, and you can withdraw it anytime. Sounds logical, sounds secure, but here's the uncomfortable truth. Banks do not keep your money. In fact, if everyone tried to withdraw their money today, the entire system would collapse. Why? Because banks operate on something called fractional reserve banking. And this is where the illusion begins. Let's simplify this. You deposit $1,000 into a bank. Do you think the bank keeps all ones in a vault? No. Depending on regulations, the bank may only keep $100 or even less. The remaining $900, it gets loaned out to someone else, who then spends it, and that money gets deposited into another bank. Now, pause for a second. Your original $1,000 is showing in your account, but another person is now spending $900. Two people, one original deposit. This is where money starts multiplying. Let's continue the chain. That $900 deposit, the bank keeps a fraction of it and loans out the rest again. Then that loan gets deposited, then loaned again, then deposit again. Over time, one $1,000 deposit can create $9,000 or more in total money supply. No new cash printed, no credit, no real wealth created, just numbers. This is how banks create money out of thin air. Not physically, but digitally. And this is completely legal. Now you might ask, why would governments allow this? Because this system fuels economic growth, credit expansion, consumer spending, corporate profits. Without it, modern economies would slow down dramatically. But here's the trade-off. More money chasing the same goods. Leads inflation, which slowly erodes purchasing power. You work harder. You earn more. But your money buys less. And most people never realize why. Every dollar created by banks is born as debt. That means money only exists because someone, somewhere, owes it back with interest. And their money stops being a tool and becomes a weapon. When a bank creates a loan, it doesn't lend existing money. It creates new money, then demands repayment of the original amount plus interest. But here's the problem. The interest is never created. Which means, system-wide, there is always more debt than money. So someone must default. Someone must lose. Debt is not a bug in the system. Debt is the system. Now think bigger. Individuals borrow. Businesses borrow. Governments borrow. Entire nations run on debt. When debt grows, so does dependence, and whoever controls credit controls behavior. Want economic growth? Take loans. Want stability? Follow conditions. Want bailout money? Accept rules. This is not force. This is financial obedience. Governments are supposed to control money, but in reality, most governments borrow the money they spend from banks, from financial institutions, from bond markets, which means policy decisions are no longer purely political. They're financial. Raise interest rates. Millions suffer. Lower them? Asset bubbles grow. Every move benefits someone and hurts someone else. And it's rarely the average citizen who wins. You've heard of the Great Depression, the 2008 financial crisis, housing crashes, banking collapses. They're often called failures, but look closely. By now, one thing is clear. Money is not just currency, it is power. And whoever controls its creation controls the direction of society itself. So the real question is no longer how money is created, but who decides. Most people believe governments print money. In reality, this power lies with central banks. They control interest rates, money supply, credit conditions. They don't create laws. They create incentives. And incentives shape behavior more effectively than force ever could. A single rate decision can decide who gets rich and who falls behind, quietly, legally, systematically. At the top of the financial pyramid, central banks, major financial institutions, large asset holders. At the bottom, wage earners, small savers, people living paycheck to paycheck. When new money is created, it doesn't reach everyone equally. It flows upward first. Assets rise, prices inflate, wages lag behind. This is why inequality grows even when the economy recovers. Now, the system is evolving again. Physical cash is disappearing. Digital money is replacing it. Central bank digital currencies, programmable money, traceable transactions. This isn't science fiction. With digital money, spending can be monitored, accounts can be restricted, behavior can be influenced. Money no longer just buys things. It enforces rules. And once cash is gone, exit becomes impossible. Some look to gold, Bitcoin, decentralized systems, not because they're perfect, but because they limit control. They remove the ability to create money endlessly. And systems hate limits, because limits remove power. The truth is not that banks are evil or that money is fake. The truth is simpler and more dangerous. The system is designed to be misunderstood. As long as people believe money is neutral, the system remains unquestioned. But the moment you understand how it works, you stop playing blindly. Money is not a real wealth. Control is. And the biggest advantage in this system is not having more money, but having more understanding. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If this video changed the way you think about money, hit like. Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more deep strategy content.